All right, today we're going to be looking at Module 1, Part 4, and looks like we have about 16 questions, and we're going to be using some divisibility rules. So this first question is wanting us to determine if the first number is a factor of the second number, meaning is this number divisible by the first number. So there's a couple different things we can do. I do want to show you divisibility rules. So I'm just going to go to like Google search and show you divisibility rules. And it starts to pop up divisibility rules, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are most of them. I have seen one with a rule for 11. I think this one. This is one that I like. So these rules will help you determine if a number can be divided by either 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. I will go through them as they come up. But if the last digit ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, even is divisible by 2. If the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, then so is the number. If the last two digits are divisible by 4, then so is the number. If the last digit is 0 or 5, it's divisible by 5. If it was divisible by 2 and 3, then it's divisible by 6. And then 7, I will have to show you that one. This is something new that I learned within the last couple years, but it's really neat to show if something is divisible by 7. It says cross off the last digit. We're going to double it and then subtract it, and then we're going to repeat if we want and continue going to say if it's divisible by 7. If the last three digits are divisible by 8, then it's divisible by 8. The sum of the digits divisible by 9, so it's the same rule as 3, but it's divisible by 9. If it ends in a 0, divisible by 10. Something similar with 7 and 11, we're going to cross out the last digit from the number, and then we're going to subtract the last digit from the number formed by the remaining digits. If the number is divisible by 11, so it's the original number, and then we can keep going if needed. And then if the number is divisible by 3 and 4, it's divisible by 12. And I think you can use YouTube videos and kind of see what they're doing. They kind of show you that here. Tests for 11 and 13. I hadn't seen one for 13. But anyway, we're going to be using those to solve some of these problems. Now, you do some of this with a calculator, easy enough. But I'm also going to go over long division as well. So if I was just to use this calculator, I could do 38 divided by 4 just to see if I got a whole number, and I get 9.5. However, if I was to do it by hand, okay, same thing. You do need to be aware of how to do that. I would take 38 and I would put it inside the box, and 4 would be on the outside, and I would try to see how many times, if I'm multiplying 4, will it go into 36? Well, 4 times 9 is going to give us 36. That's just under 38. Then you would subtract. That will leave you with 2. So, and then we don't have anything else. So, brought down to 0.0. Then I can bring down to 0. Then how many times will 4 go into 20? Well, that'll be 5. So 5 times 4 is 20, and then you subtract, and then we get 0. So that's how you're getting 9.5. So 4 is not a factor because it's not a whole number up here. It needs to be a whole number, not a decimal. All right, and then we want to know which of the following numbers are divisible by 5. Okay, so just going back to that rule real quick. If the last digit is a 0 or a 5, it's divisible by 5. Okay, so you can do a real quick look, and you don't have to use the calculator every single time because it takes more time. So 185 because it ends in 5, and then comma. I'm going to skip 333. I'm going to skip 111, and then I'm going to use 555. And then I'm going to skip 222, 74, 888, 2664, 1480 ends in a 0. And then 740, 148, and 296. So these are the numbers that are divisible by 5.